And I think one of the things that we're really tackling with DRAUP now is this idea that there is a conception that digital fashion lacks value because it's not artisanal. So we see it especially in the fashion press. But I also think in the digital art world, there's also these assumptions that digital fashion is not art. The fashion community don't think digital fashion is fashion. And there's this idea that it's infinitely scalable, especially with the recent advent of Midjourney. It's not particularly hard to produce. And I think we also, as a result of being in a very innovative space, we're seeing a lot of digital fashion brands who are creating things because they can, or because it's maybe hard to. So it's hard to create a shiny puffer jacket in 3D, but not actually doing what you do when you're actually designing a fashion collection, when you say, okay, what's the narrative behind what I'm creating? How do I use it to generate emotion? And then how is the technology we use, the tailoring, all fitting into actually a story? And so the original plan for Pronounced DRAUP was to have a curated retail space, so allowing collectors to find the best up-and-coming designers, a virtual wardrobe from which you as a consumer could showcase your digital fashion, could connect to it, because I think, as most of us know, a MetaMask wallet and seeing your garment as a 2D JPEG doesn't really cut it. And then from that virtual wardrobe, you'd be able to wear it in AR, on your avatar, on your PFP. So it could be your central point from which you go and quote unquote get dressed. And then in the fullest expression of the platform, once you have a group of creators and a group of consumers, you would also have these financialization protocols. So resale is very obvious. It's very exciting in the NFT space, this idea that as a creator, you can be reimbursed not just the first time your goods are sold, but also every time after. But also with digital fashion, I think rental is going to be a colossal market. So I think what we're going to see is a collector base of digital fashion, which may not always be the wearers necessarily, and then a wearer base who then, let's say, could rent their digital fashion from those collectors. So that was the fullest expression of the platform. And I think one of the biggest pivots that we made as a company